Hello, hello. This is Helen starting us off today, and I'm waiting to join in Szara. Hold on. There we go. So Szara's going to join us any minute now. This is my snazzy headphone where we get to complete our last month and start this month newly, our theme for this month newly, which I'm really excited about. There we go. There's Szara. We're going to join her in one. Where is? There she is!
Hello! I'm getting my shoes on. There we go. I'm going to move over to the side here. Woo!
So, Szara, you have to say where you are.
I am in London. You're about to see the Thames. Let's see.
The Thames?
Shoo!
There's the Thames.
Shoo!
Woo! Well done.
Here I am. So, joining you from the other side of the world.
Craziness. Wonderful. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for your commitment to be here, regardless of where you are.
Wouldn't miss it. And thank you, everyone, for joining us here on a Saturday.
I know, crazy, right?
This is kind of different. Ooh, I don't always do great with different. But here we are. So it is Saturday, 10:40 a.m. Pacific time, which is like 6:40 p.m. England time. UK
Greenwich
time.
Mean Time.
Thank you. I didn't know what the letters were. There we go. That's right. Ooh. All right. So we are.
Sorry, I didn't giggle. Okay, I'm back.
All right. So here we go. We get to introduce this month's topic.
I know, isn't it exciting? Do we want to just end off last month's topic?
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. So last month we really took on compassion.
Mm-hmm.
We really looked newly for us what compassion is and how it makes a difference in our life.
Yeah.
And I loved, I am so moved. Like, again, I shared last week and again, I keep getting moved and moved of what compassion actually brought on offer. So far, it's been my favorite month ever of what it brought to my relationships with my kids, what it brought for myself, and just how it had me in my day, like how I really got to be with my kids in these really beautiful ways. Like there were these just precious moments and more of them in my life. It was awesome.
Well done. Yeah. And I must say, like, I was left with this experience of being, this is it, being with humankind. You know, that we're all in this together. Like, no separation. I think that's been really poignant where I am. No separation. We're all in this together. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really beautiful. And Helen and I were just talking a little bit before this call, and as we're like kind of formatting our connection tool, because at the end of every month of one of these conversations, we like to create a connection tool. It's something that's a takeaway for people to have that they can print out or post up and bring I guess the presence to what it is and the tools that you want to have on offer. And what really stuck out from compassion was the whole idea of the bridge that it is. To me, compassion really is that bridge to that other human.
Yeah. Hands down.
And for both Helen and I, like, connection's really important to us. Like, it really is like the thing that I think that lights both of us up with parenting and with our kids and with our family. And compassion was just such a bridge to connection. Like, I got to be with my kids and my people in such a whole brand new way.
And you know, like, what I'm left with is in standing in compassion that other people witness that too, and they get the spin-off effect. That's what happened in our family, was there was the spin-off of people like really being in the space of compassion and then having that land where they were, you know, that they had the experience of that. Yeah.
And it goes like, and again, like to me, that just bridges in this month's topic, because to me, like, this month's topic goes so well with that, because like once we're on that bridge, once we're just right there on that bridge, connecting with that other, being with that other human being, it's like what's on offer there is this whole space of listening. Like, we actually get to be over there side by side with that other human, really with them in their world and connected, and we get to really listen. And listen to who they are, listen to what they're dealing with, listen to what's being said and unsaid.
Exactly. It's not just the words, right? Yeah. But what really is going on for someone? Yeah. What's underneath it? Yeah. Hands down.
Yeah. And that's
Hands down.
that's what we get to take and explore this month. So this whole month, this month of July is gets to be our month of listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what does listening mean? What what's on offer when we're listening?
And are there different kinds of listening even that we
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
And is it and even just in terms of what you just said there, listening, like, so that when we're actually communicating what we're communicating, are we listening that what we are saying actually has an effect, the desired effect that we want it to be having, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I always have it like, and actually that I had this experience this week with your son, Helen. Like it was so perfect. Like we were in communication and we were each communicating something, and like we were in parallel universes. It's like I was saying one thing and hearing one thing that was aligned with what I was saying and hearing. Like it was like one road, and he was on another road saying and hearing what he was saying and hearing, and they both interwove as if it was the same conversation. Like it was like really like we were in the same conversation, and we still
And
weren't. And like so much miscommunication that happened. But it got what I really got out of that experience was how often are we actually sitting there one to one in a conversation, but I'm having my own conversation and you over there having your own conversation.
exactly.
And somehow it sounds like we're having the same conversation, but we are not at all.
It's brilliant, right? And I thank you. And I mean, that was pretty interesting, that whole, but it was, I watched you discover that, how you were both in parallel conversations and they sounded like they were in the same world. It was brilliant. I had this experience. And no, but it was, right? You could actually see like it come apart, like you could pass it apart, right? Yeah, it was really brilliant. And I can see that all over the place where I think I'm communicating something and it ain't what's happening over there. That's not what's being heard over there. So yeah, that's brilliant. And also I just want to say this.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No. Well, I was just going to say this week, it was really interesting this week. So we have girlfriends visiting currently, and well, that's a whole conversation of like what an honor it is to have other people's children like in your lives and part of your life. But the one person was saying like they're so torn. They want to be with their family, and they want to be with us, and there's somewhere else to go. And I'm like, and they kept saying they were so torn. And I'm like, well, it's really simple. Just stay with us. And right in that moment, that person said to me, actually, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm actually saying and what you're not hearing is that I'm torn. And right in that moment, it was beautiful because she's so great at saying what's right there. And I was like, you're right. I am so not listening to you. You're really wanting me to hear that part where you're torn and I just have it like I have the answer for you. This answer, just stay with us, right? And it was so brilliant. Like, and we had a second interaction where she was also just saying like, oh, I want to go to bed and there's such a mess and I'm traveling really early in the morning. What is there to do? And right there, I was like, oh, actually now I can listen to what you're actually saying rather than my version of what I think. I don't know. It was just lovely.
Yeah.
You have interesting noises behind you.
Some excitement. Ooh. And like what I was just so clear on, like so often with my kids, and I think it's a thing with many parents in general, is often our kids will just be communicating something like I'm tired, or like they're communicating something, and I come in thinking there's like something I need to fix or something I need to put in or something I need to do. Like I take the communication as if like I need to do something about it, instead of really all that's actually required is a space of listening.
Yeah, right.
Step over that, and like bottom line is, even if something more is required, I'm actually not going to get what's really required until it's listened.
Yeah.
And too often I step over the real, like the listening for what the communication is. And I just like listen to like some words, and we're going to get into that next week, a whole conversation a bit more about all this. But I really come in and I put way more in that's needed, and then I might get upset or miffed that like it's not going to be like taken into consideration.
Exactly, it's not making the difference you think it should be making.
Don't listen to me. Don't take what I want to offer. Oh, but
Awesome.
I can really see that right there.
Yeah, so really the opportunity that I hear is all in the world of, so what is this listening thing?
Yeah, like listening, and what's on offer with listening. Like what, like to be in that discovery this week, like to be in the discovery of how often am I actually listening, right? Like, am I actually listening? Am I present? What is listening? Like really, what is listening? And to be in that exploration and discovery in my interactions with my kids and my partner and the people around me, there's lots of opportunity.
Isn't there just?
To be in that discovery, like what is listening, really, and am I listening? And even asking myself that question.
Well, that's what I actually hear right there is, am I actually listening?
Yeah.
Cool.
What is listening, and am I listening?
Okay.
Yeah, and to start to decipher like when I am and when I'm not, and even like what's possibly in the way when I'm not. Like where am I when I'm not listening? What am I actually doing? Yeah. Okay, that's a discovery I'm taking on this week.
Me too.
Yay! So you over there that may be listening, you get to ask, like, am I listening? Am I listening? What is listening, and am I listening? And just notice, just go through your days and notice in your interactions, are you listening? Are you getting the communication? Are you there with your child, your partner, your people in your life, whoever you're with, and are you hearing and listening and getting that communication? Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
With our listening ears on.
They're not painted on. Look at that.
No.
Awesome. Okay. Jump into this exploration.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Awesome.